Good day all. In this session I am going to cover Minikube concept. These are the contents I am going to cover in this session. I'll give you the brief introduction of Minikube and its key features, and followed by the installation steps. Minikube is an open source tool that enables developers to run Kubernetes cluster locally on their machines. It's designed to facilitate the development and testing of applications that use Kubernetes without the need of a full-scale cluster. To install Kubernetes on our local system, it takes much time, and there is a large process to be done and many commands to be run on a local system. If you go with the Kubernetes paid services, that can be available in many cloud environments, though those are commercial there, right? If we go with the virtual machines and Kubernetes cluster formation, here all they need a large resources. If we install by using commands or some other process, if some error occurs, it fails the installation of entire Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so to easily run our application in a Kubernetes environment, we'll go with the Minikube open source tool. Here Minikube having a single node that only act as a master and as well as a worker node. Okay, here the key features of Minikube. The first one is local Kubernetes cluster. Here Minikube setups a single node Kubernetes cluster on a local machine. This allows developers to experiment their application to feel the Kubernetes features without the need of dedicated server or cloud resources. And it supports hypervisors. Different hypervisor softwares are available. All will be supported by the Minikube. And it is easy to install on a local system. It just differ based on the operating system, but it is simple. Just by running a simple 1 or 2 commands, it will be installed on any operating system. The other one is add-on support. It supports various add-on features provided by the Kubernetes just by enabling those add-on features in a Minikube. And it supports a networking options so that Dockers can communicate from one container to another container. Those will be supported by the Minikube. Integration with the kubectl. To feel the perfect Kubernetes cluster, it also supports all the commands which will run on a kubectl. Those will be run on a Minikube as a normal Kubernetes cluster. These are for the Minikube installation. The better or good idea is to check the official Minikube documentation. Just go with the particular version of your operating system or the type of hypervisor available on your system, so that Minikube installation will take just 2 to 3 minutes time. I'll show the official documentation site. Go and search with the keyword Minikube. The first link itself having the installation process. Sorry, not here. Here the prerequisites for installing Minikube are it should have a 2 CPUs in your local system and 2 GB of free memory and 20 GB of free disk space, and the internet connectivity. It's not possible to work in our local system, so The better option is go with the virtualization concept. Use a virtual machine by installing one of these things. They should be supported by those virtual machines should support the containerization concept. Okay, so first to install on a Windows operating, just download this .exe file and go with the default settings and install in your system. To run this Minikube perfectly, first you need to enable hyper virtualization in your system and install Docker, so you will not get any errors. Okay, I'll show the enabling of virtualization in your system. Go into the Windows features. Okay, turn on Windows feature on or off. Here you will get WSL support or any other extra features that can be added to your Windows operating system. Here one of the option available for the virtualization concept to support, that is here virtual machines and hypervisor platform. Enable these two and click OK, and then perform your installation of Minikube in Windows. So you will not get any error, you are able to run your application. Okay, if you are having a Linux or Mac operating system or any other, here is the guidelines to install. Just by running the these particular commands, you will able to run Minikube. Okay, to run a Minikube, just run Minikube start command. Automatically in background it creates a virtual machine with these requirements, and you are able to run or deploy your application on a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, here are the screenshot. Okay, once if you run Minikube start command from a PowerShell, automatically the virtual box will be created after few seconds, like this is the success message. Okay, this is the success message. If you see in your virtual box, you are able to see the instance of Minikube also. These are the sample commands I have run to check whether the cluster is running perfectly or not. Okay, to get all these commands and work experience in the documentation itself. In the documentation itself, they have given the sample container hello Minikube. The name given to the deployment is hello Minikube. The name of the image is this one. Once image is created, just we will deploy the image on a Kubernetes by using the deployment command. To give access to the users, we need to run the expose command. This is the command to run the above image. Okay, after executing these two commands, just go with the running of this command, so that that service will be available to the users. If you want to give some particular name or port to the application, just use port forward command. Here by default in this image they have given 8080 port to run, but it is changed with this command. Okay, so that this application will not run on the 7080 port number. After running all these commands, just go to your browser and type localhost :7080. You will get an application which is running as a container in the Kubernetes cluster. This is the screenshot of that. Okay, thank you.